What is up, people? It is Wednesday, August 26th. In 2 weeks, we are kicking off week number one in the National Football League, and it is high time that we chopped it up here on a live stream, somewhat informally. We're going to invite all of our subscribers to come in, ask us questions, and this is going to be a thing. So, welcome. I'm John Hanson, Tom Brawley, and Graham Barfield with us, our man behind the glass, Ben Kukanis. What's up, guys? We have no show outline, nothing, but we can chop it up and talk about like late trends, late gut feels, things like that. But Tom, start with you. How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Just don't want to field any questions about my Pirates getting no hit last night. I haven't been following
Oh,
them at all, so if people could take it easy on my Pittsburgh ties right now, I
I did
greatly
not.
appreciate
I did not know that. It always does suck when your team gets no hit.
it.
I watched Nolan Ryan pitch a no hitter against the Dodgers. I watched the kid Browning, he's like 50 now, 55. Tom Browning, I believe, with the Reds pitch a no hitter. Perfect game against my Dodgers. But Graham Barfield, what's up, man? How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, Tom, your Bucks, man. That lineup is so bad. And I mean, Giolito's having a good year, but that wasn't. I think this was his like second kind of quasi no hitter of the year, right? Then
I have no idea. I have not followed any baseball. Though. All I know is I just see low lights of the Pirates so far this year. I saw the one guy with the Bull Durham throw, like almost in the dugout. So it hasn't been great, but yeah, at least it was against Giolito. That's
Yeah, he's got good stuff. He's got good stuff.
Well, let's get into like drafting because this is it. Like I'm doing a best, not a best ball. I'm doing a real high stakes draft tomorrow. Of course, all my opinions are out there, and people can cop it if they want. But Graham, I'll start with you. Does anything jump out at you right now as like maybe you're warming up to someone or you're warming up to this angle or this type of strategy? I mean, for me, I think we're all sharing a brain on Josh Allen, at least me, you, and Kaplan.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh Allen has always been one of my favorite mid-round quarterbacks. One thing I've been thinking about is like I think the whole late-round quarterback strategy it's always viable, but I think it could start shifting towards a mid-round quarterback strategy between Allen, Wentz, and Ryan. But John, one guy I've been warming up to big time recently is James Conner. I really wish I had drafted a lot more of him in the third round over Melvin Gordon, but I think he's set up really well. He's had a quiet camp, which in my opinion is a great thing. I know the Steelers beat writers have kind of hyped up Benny Snell a little bit, but he's, basically we know what Benny Snell is. I mean, he is Conner's strict backup. And when James Conner has been on the field over the last years, he's been a top 8 fantasy running back. Again, Big Ben's kind of had a quiet camp, which I view as a good thing. And I just wrote an article, which should be up on the site tomorrow, about game scripts and how pass heavy the Steelers are in all game situations. I mean, they were number one in pass rate in neutral situations when the game was within a score. A year ago, they were number one in pass rate when trailing, and I think that's a good thing for Conner because we don't really see him come off the field. I like Anthony McFarland and Snell quite a bit late. There's super cheap handcuffs and super cheap access to upside, but Conner is somebody I've been really warming up to in the third round, and honestly wish I had more of.
Well, I think we're all in agreement in that it's really comes down to availability because he did Tom look really good last year. There were a couple of weeks where I was like, oh my God, he's dare I say dynamic, and bringing it and versatile and all that. Tom, it simply comes down to availability. I mean,
mm-hmm.
I think we all know that. What is your feeling on his ability to, stay on the field?
Yeah, I mean that's the big question. I think last year, yeah, he kind of rushed that. He sprained his AC joint there and kind of rushed back, and it kind of set him back. If he would have sat out maybe an extra week or two, and he turned it into a 6 week, 6 to 8 week injury instead of just sitting out an extra week or two and rushed back to get on the field. But I think it's pretty promising. Mike Tomlin has always kind of leaned on one back in his backfield, and we like Anthony McFarland as a prospect, but we haven't heard anything about him in camp. He's literally been a ghost. It's been all
True.
been all Benny Snell talk, and Benny Snell can't contribute in passing situations. And we've heard talk that Jalen Samuels might be cut, and the only other guy is this Kareth White, and he's just a speed gadget type of player, special teams guy. So I see Connor having a huge role in passing situations as long as he can stay healthy. I actually think he'll probably get spelled more, by Benny Snell, maybe in early down situations. Maybe we could, see, Snell getting 8 to 10 carries a game, and Connor really focusing more on the passing situation stuff. So